Source is saying that you're feeling a little disconnected from your sense of creativity. And I would like to get to the bottom of that and figure out why. Oh, the Four of Swords in reverse. Maybe it's burnout. It could be burnout. Maybe that's what's going on. Hello, my name is Reborn. I'm a singer, songwriter, tarot reader, and light worker. Here to help you through whatever situation you may be going through. You're burnt out. You're burnt out and you're tired of giving. And I don't blame you. One bit. Let's see. Ten of Swords. You're burnt out. And you feel like you don't have any more energy to give. Everything is just too heavy right now. Or too much right now. And that is fair. And that is fine. I think that particularly my eyes are drawn here. The bird up here and the feather that's falling towards her. I'm taking that feather as a little bit of an opportunity that may be coming to you to help relieve this burnout that you've got going on. What else is behind that? The Knight of Wands in reverse. Yeah. You're having a hard time figuring out how to actually put action to the things that you've wanted to do because you feel like you've been doing so much and yet nothing's really been moving. It feels like the cogs aren't really turning. However, things are always shifting and changing, even when it's not apparent in the moment, right? But Source is telling me that you're having a hard time finding hope right now because you feel like you've been doing so much. And while sometimes, yes, it seems like things come from it, a lot of times it just feels like it calls for more work. And Source is telling you perhaps that's a sign that you need to step away for a moment and remind yourself of why you're doing what you are doing. What's behind that? The Empress, yes. And in this deck, she is pregnant. Interesting. I'm taking that sign there is that 222 on my clock. There is this innate desire within you, this idea birthing itself, this idea coming to fruition within you. And you are pushing so hard to figure out what to do that you are in a sense of analysis paralysis. And that analysis paralysis is feeding this burnout and making it that much harder for you to actually take the steps you need to take to actually get to the point that you want to get to. Oh gosh, I was watching, I don't remember his last name. It was the vocal coach, Vin, communication coach. I don't remember his name. I was watching him on the Jay Shetty podcast very recently, and he said something that really struck a chord. That was, people get attached to knowledge acquisition when they should really be addicted to knowledge application. And that really struck a chord for me. 12:30. At 3:30 on my timer, 3:33. Oh my gosh, that's insane. Back to the Empress card though. People get so obsessed with knowledge acquisition when they really should be obsessed with knowledge application. You're learning things, great. What are you going to do with it? It's time that you actually put that action in to physical, tangible things that will actually shift your reality. That's why you're feeling this burnout, because you feel like you're doing all these things and it's not actually doing anything. But the moment that you remember why you're doing it and understand that you're doing things for the right reason, or ensure that you're doing things for the right reasons, then those things won't be as hard to do. You won't have to push so hard. And this poverty mindset will have an opportunity to slip away. Poverty mindset, not just in terms of money. Because, yes, poverty often is what refers to monetary things, of course, but I'm talking about lack in general. Lack of knowledge, lack of faith in yourself, lack of motivation to actually do the things that you need to do. Reminding yourself that you are the Empress. reminding yourself that you have support around you. Look around her. That there is support around you as you're bringing this into fruition. The Hanged Man in reverse. I feel like you're running yourself in circles. You're running yourself in circles, and you jump to the next step without giving yourself time to hang on to the step that you're on. And that is actively making things harder for you. You don't give yourself time to process this one before you start to go searching for this. You didn't give yourself time to process this one before you found this one. And then process these two before you found this one. And now you're looking at all three of these stressed out, and you're already, another one's on the way. We're not actually giving yourself time to focus on that thing and bring that thing into fruition. Diversifying income, wonderful. Diversifying your life in other ways, absolutely wonderful. But you have to actually give yourself time to digest the experiences from those things. And that's where you'll see the major difference, because you're giving your mind, your subconscious mind, time to actually suck it in, to actually allow it to establish itself within your subconscious. Is there anything else, Source? Let's see. What's the top of the deck here? The Two of Swords. Once you get this banger here, that's when you expand. Okay? Once you get this one here, once you hit the target of your authenticity and making sure you have the proper reasoning and everything like that, and you actually start to execute, that's when you can incorporate other things into this venture and expand yourself. Okay? 2, 3, 4 on my clock. You're doing a great job.